You're watching BSB TV, your new home for rock and metal television.
Next up then, we have got This Is Nervous Light with Mistaking the Collapse for a Quiet Ending. Can I just say that not even Senses Fail sound this Senses Fail anymore? This is incredible.
It really is.
Oh, it's the first time that I've wanted to say a banned word on BSB tonight. That was absolute something that rhymes with rock keys at the end, and I appreciate it massively. Really, really, really cool. I shouted out during that. That was like more Senses Fail-y than Senses Fail is these days, and I genuinely like that kind of. This is what I'd imagine if the old school Senses Fail sound was being done by the band in 2026. These guys are amazing. What a sound that is. And, you know, ultimately, like, it's something that's right in my wheelhouse. They executed everything perfectly. There's nothing, I mean, I wouldn't change anything about this track. I was really happy. And that pick slide was just, yeah, it was cool. The little picking part was very, very nice.
Cool.
Nice touch. Nice touch. Go on, Tom, go for it.
Oh, yeah, I loved it as well. Yeah, it definitely had a Senses Fail Underoath vibe. I really, I love that a lot of newer bands kind of are starting to sound more like early 2000s, like drive-through records bands, you know? And I love that, man. I love that we're like, it's like a full circle thing, you know? Mm-hmm. I don't know. I just think that's so great, man. Yeah, the band was fucking awesome.
I was talking about this earlier about metalcore, and because metalcore's on a big resurgence at the moment, isn't it? But like, what really stands apart for me now, a lot of the bands in that kind of like, we talk about like Asking Alexandria or Icy Stars or Attack, bands like that. And they, at the time, they felt like really, really cool, really big, you know, bands. And they are, don't get me wrong. Like I could listen to Stickly on repeat, you know, by Attack. It's just, it got me into that music. But when I listen to the metalcore of today, I feel like the resurgence has created a staying power for these bands like Bad Omens, I Prevail. You know, they have the ability that in 10, 15 years' times, I just don't think people are going to sit there. Maybe I'm wrong, but in the same way that people look back at Asking and go, well, you know, it's a bit cringy now when I listen to it now. I don't think people are going to have that with Bad Omens or Bring Me or stuff like that, the stuff that's coming out now. I just think people, they're timeless, and I think that that's something metalcore is needed, and I think it's now got. So, and I think that we're seeing nostalgia come back in, but bands are kind of making it seem not cheesy anymore. It's like, it's fucking cool to, you know what I mean? It's like a cool factor to it. I think that's really amazing.
I also think that part of the problem, for me anyway, it seems like a lot of heavy bands, they just sound very similar now, you know, and like the newer bands. And that wasn't really the case back then in the day. You know, a lot of bands were kind of doing their own thing, still doing heavy stuff, but you know, they weren't afraid to kind of like find their own pocket in the metalcore genre. And it just seems like a lot of bands nowadays are like, it's like they're really similar, you know. And I think that might be why.
But that's why I think that's why like the ones that stand out because if they're the first ones to get there and do it, like we joke on it all the time about like, why would we, if your band is literally a carbon copy of A Day to Remember, why would we listen to you? Because A Day to Remember already exists, you know. So that's why it's really important. Like with this band that we've just played with Nervous Light, like yes, they sound like Senses Fail, but Senses Fail aren't sounding like this anymore. So this now is cool for me, and it's like this is what I want, you know. It's like it's being a like huge Midwest emo fan, like I mentioned earlier. Like I missed Modern Baseball a lot until like Voted Most Likely, who are a UK Midwest emo band, came about, and were like they were filling that void because I can't listen to Modern Baseball now. I can, but I can't go out there and see them live, you know, because they're not around. So it's great when bands kind of fill in that gap, and I think that's really, really cool. So you know, amazing.
Meets the demand.
Do you know what it is, Holly? Holly said, Tom, look, Tom's looking very small. He's sitting. He's got a really cool pose going on at the moment. That's why.
There we go. How's that?
I know. That just turn around and be like, that's an insult, man. Holly. No. Wait, she might have been talking about... You're chilling. I sometimes do it.
I'm just chilling over here.
Dude, the other thing I do, sometimes I knock the thing on my chair and I end up like that. And I end up like, feel really small.
I'm all the way down. So.
Oh yeah, I have to go all the way up when I'm on stream, and then like we'll go on a meeting. Danny, I don't know if you've ever noticed this, but I'm like this on the camera on the meeting, and I'm like, what's going on? Why is it decided I'm not in shape?
I think there's a movie where this happens, but imagine if the lever like on the chair breaks and you just very slowly start going down.
That's happened to me. That's why I've got this chair. The old chair did that. Do you not remember? I did it on stream.
Yeah.
It did it on stream, like at the old house. Like I was on stream and I was just like
what's up, guys?
That's so funny.
How's everyone doing? Anyway, Danny, what did you think to track?
Yeah, I mean, that guitar riff that they had at the start, which like continued throughout the track, that's like a real driver of the undercurrent of the track for me. And then you level that up with some really impressive and powerful melodic cleans, some contrast from the harsh vocals, and you end up with this masterpiece that is like equal parts heavy, unexpected, and lyrically hard-hitting. And I think this is probably another one of those artists as well where I would really struggle to bring up comparisons because it sounds extremely unique and like them, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, definitely.